So real quick, how I got started with pet transport. So I used to take families to prisons to see their loved ones. And as you can see, my cargo van is not the traditional cargo van, but I used to take families to see their loved ones, take them to different prisons to see their loved ones. And federal prisons, the visits is 8 hours long. So some families will have pets, and I would take their pets to drop them off at different sitters, at different dog parks, or just places where the dog was going to be sitting while the family was on their 8-hour visit. And that's kind of how it started. Taking the dogs to different dog parks and different centers and dropping them off at different vets. During the visit process, I end up meeting different people. And people are crazy right now about their animals, their pets. So when you walking with dogs, everybody is coming to you, talking, want to pet the dogs, making conversation. And I use that opportunity when I'm taking the dogs into the vet or different places, and people asking me, was the dogs mine? Or these, I tell them, no, I'm a transporter. I'm dropping them off. And some people want to get into that discussion, but I end up giving them my information, and word of mouth, one led to the next. But my cargo van, as you notice, so I got, that's why I got the TV. That's why the TV is here. LED lights, the windows. I got separate heat and air in the back. These fans was for when I have the pet. This is a portable fan. It runs off a battery. It got the little mist. You plug this into like cold water, and it shoot out a little mist for the pets. Same thing with this fan, was just to help to keep the dogs cool. I got an exhaust in the back. Got the open, the little open shutter in the back. The windows, all the windows open. The curtains. Used to have the seats in here. And when I stopped transporting families to prison, I was just doing pets. I used to have my 2-row seat, and then I was just using the back for the pets. But that's how I got started. That's how I got into it. And I was making decent money, but it was only a weekend hustle as far as taking families to prisons. But it was a lot. You have to kill 8 hours, and within that 8 hours, I would kill it by, especially if they had pets. Me taking their pets to use the restroom, I would charge for that. Taking their pets out to walk, I would charge them for that. Giving them food, giving them water, letting them run around, I would charge for everything I had to do. I would charge. And it was cool. It was just a weekend hustle though. I would do maybe $1,000 sometimes, $1,500 sometimes. It was just up. It was up and down. It wasn't too consistent, but that's part of my fault. I wasn't just gung-ho about it. I stumbled into it. It wasn't nothing I had planned. The passengers, taking them to prisons, that was something I had planned. And even before the passengers, it was transporting kids. So all of that was planned. So I had a plan for that. The pet transport, it just came based on the opportunity. And it was a decent opportunity, and it's one that you could get into. It doesn't matter if you got a car, then you focus on smaller animals. If you got an SUV, you mid-sized animals. Cargo van, you go on and on. You buy a trailer, but it is a lucrative, it's a lucrative market. It's a lucrative niche that you could get into that a lot of people not doing. And that's what I'm gonna always try to bring y'all, different creative ways to make money with not only your cargo van, your car, your SUV. Even if you got a bike, that's your niche. You focus on whatever your bike can handle. You got a car, you focus on whatever your car can deliver. And that's smaller packages, that's pets, that's food. If you got an SUV, same thing. But in every hustle that I try to bring y'all is from experience. It's something I've done. And I got the schematics, I got the template, I got a guide for it. And if y'all interested and you wanna learn how to do it, leave it in the comments. If y'all want a full breakdown on getting into transporting kids, pets, transporting pets, or transporting passengers, doing the prison runs, leave it in the comments. Let me know if you got experience with doing any of these hustles. Let me know. Leave it in the comments. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, get to your hustle. Peace.